Okay, hello, welcome to another live stream. This is the third one in this series. If you haven't seen the CPU, the GPU one, highly recommend checking that one out. And welcome to everybody who's tuning in live. If you're watching this in replay, you're very welcome as well. And hello. So what is happening on this live stream is I'm going to show you some real deals like you saw on the thumbnail. It's not fake. But I'm going to show you some fake deals first. So if you're just tuning in, you want to see some fake deals, take a look at this one. So Amazon tells you Prime Day. If you don't know, it's already happening. Prime Day deal, 23% off what we see over here. Let's zoom in so it's all nice and clear. And you're thinking, goodness me, this looks like a good deal. Okay, 23% off from $500 to $385. Z890. Let's take a look. Well, the truth is, a couple of months ago in February, this was $313. So actually, what this is called is a Prime Day ripoff, and you should be doing it. You think this is the only one? This is another Asus motherboard. This is Tough Gaming Plus, $142, but actually in April it was $139, $3 cheaper. Or if you look at this MSI Z790 Carbon, oh, look, we got this M.2 extra card there for, is it Thunderbolt card, something like that. And let's take a look at the price history. Wait a second, in November last year, this was $290. That's $60 cheaper than what it is right now. So that's called a ripoff, and that's not what I'm going to show you. And you know, I want to make sure that you're not getting ripped off. So this is real deals, 100%. What you're going to be seeing here are just real deals. If you want a little bit of a shortcut and you don't want to kind of see what's already happening here, then there's some links in the description below. If you want me to talk about a little bit different deals, different products, you'll see some QR codes. You can scan them in a minute once we're doing this live, whether you're watching this on your TV, you're watching this on your laptop, wherever, then you can kind of do two things at the same time. If you're wondering how to find them, like I mentioned, QR code or links in the description below if you want a little shortcut. There's also a later section in the description below. So because these deals are going for a few days, and I'll be doing more and more of these live streams, and if I find some deals that weren't there in the first place, then I'll add them to the added later section, so you don't have to kind of run through all of these deals and was this there before or was it not there. So you can just click back onto there, onto the live stream, go into the description, see added later, boom, there it is. I didn't know that was on a deal as well, so you can find them later. And always, if you want to check out Minect, if you have any questions for me, I'll always get back to my Minect messages. You can scan the QR code over here and I will get back to you within 24 hours. If you have any questions, you want to build yourself something, you're wondering, should I be buying this? Should I not be buying this? I've got lots of questions that I've answered on there from people. So if you want to know a way how to reach out, this is a way how I can really reach out to you. So we're going to dive right into these deals right after this. It's brought to you by Samsung and their 9100 Pro NVMe SSDs. Available with a heatsink or not. Bear in mind the heatsink version is also designed to work underneath a GPU on your motherboard slot. Comes in capacities of 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte and 4 terabytes, and also 8 terabytes available very, very soon. It boasts of speeds of up to 14,800 megabytes per second. And now during sales period, hopefully cheaper than ever and available with a discount. So go check out the latest pricing in the video description below. Alrighty. So if you're tuning in live, feel free to ask any questions, give any comments, whatever you're thinking. We're going to get on with these deals here. And as always, these QR codes are going to be your friends. If someone's watching live, I want to know if these Amazon QR codes actually work as well. So if you're seeing this, someone check if this QR code is working and then let me know in the comments. So there's a few AM4 motherboards that are on a deal, which is actually very, very unique. Usually when we're looking at this, you don't see it that often because It's an older platform, which means that the supply is lower and usually they're more expensive, but here are some of the deals. So this is quite a basic motherboard, B550M micro ATX board. There's quite a lot of them that have been bought last month, which is interesting. I don't understand, why do people keep buying these? Because this is quite an old platform. Why buy this rather than something a little bit newer? So that's interesting. Someone is saying ASRock Pro SE. Well, let me have a look. Well, there we go. B550M. That one's there. How much was the previous one? Was that 139? Well, that is twice the price, mate. Obviously, it's got a bit of a heatsink on the MOSFETs there, but you know, for the same, it's quite expensive there. So moving on to the next one, we have Asus Prime B550M. So this is, again, AM4 motherboard. And I'll just get you guys up there as well. It's loading the comments. Again, very, very affordable. Dumai is saying hi. So, hello. If you're wondering if this is live, yes, this is live. This is what we're doing. It supports ECC memory. It's very, very basic. But interestingly, what the? Wait a second. Oh, okay, I see. I was wondering, why is there VGA, DVI and VGA ports on this motherboard? Because Ryzen 1000, 2000, 3000, 5000, they don't have iGPU. But actually, because there are Ryzen 4000 and Ryzen 3000, I think there's 3400G as well. Is there any? I think there might be even 56 or 700G as well that has iGPU. So that's why there's these there. But interestingly, still so popular, and people are buying this. I'm not sure why, but hey, that's the deal. Now, some of the latest ones, which are pretty interesting. This here is X870A, so the latest one that you can get for AMD. Obviously, very like balls to ball. Okay, Asus ROG Strix. It is a really good deal, to be honest. You get pretty much anything you want. A bit of a white theme, so I'm not sure if you want to go for that AI overclocking, AI cooling, AI networking, AI everything. Okay, this is an AI motherboard. Wow, interesting. Okay, we've got, it shows you heat sinks. What does it give you? USB 4. USB 4 is on all X870 motherboards, by the way, so I don't know why they're saying, ooh, USB 4. Yeah, it's on all of the X870. It's a kind of requirement, I think. Intel 2.5 gigabit Ethernet on an AMD supported motherboard. That's interesting. But it is really just a good motherboard. For $260, it's not bad for a really high-end motherboard. So what's the pricing usually? 320. So you do get 50 off. It's good price. Okay, Dumai is saying, wow, X870A, yes. Okay. Hello, Gusbot. We thank you for helping us know more about computers. No, thanks for tuning in, mate. Thanks for the nice comment. Thanks for all of this. We've got plenty of motherboards. As you can see, the tab list. Can you see the tab list over there? Where are they? Yep. Can you see the tabs? Right there. There's plenty of tabs. Let me get it. There we go. There. Plenty of tabs to keep going. Okay. B550, another one of those AM4 motherboards, but this one is a little bit better because we have some cooling for the MOSFETs and the power delivery. Gigabyte Gaming X, quite basic back motherboard. You don't have USB-C. Do you have front panel USB-C? Let me take a look. Oh yeah, you do actually. Oh goodness me. Look at that. So basically this port right there, if you can see it, it's funny. like placing. Usually they put it there, but this time it's over there. But you have front panel USB-C, so you do get USB-C if you wanted to. Another one of those AM5s, but I think the previous one was a little bit better because the cooling is a little bit better. But you do get Wi-Fi 6 in here. Do you have USB-C? Oh yeah, you've got more USB-C in the back. So, you know, for someone who wants that. So another B550. Like I said, AM4 motherboards, there's a few of these. I'm going to skip through a little bit because they're a bit older. There are some newer ones available as well. So this is another newer one. Interestingly, this is B850. Do you remember how much the X870 was that I just showed you, the white one? That wasn't much more expensive than this, but had a lot better features. Asus motherboard, obviously, good quality. We've got AI networking, AI this, AI that. Not as good, so you don't have USB 4 anymore because it's not X870. See that? But if you're looking for Ryzen, what is it? 9000, 7000, very good, more budget option. At the same time, I feel like you're getting better bang for buck for the previous white one that I showed you just a little while ago. By the way, if you're watching this live, hit that like button. It does make a difference. Yeah. Next. Another X870p motherboard, but take a look at the pricing here. I mean, they're really trying to make it very, very affordable for you to build a PC. AMD, look at this. This is a good motherboard on a very good pricing point. We've got USB 4. Where's the USB? Oh, that doesn't show you, but I should be able to see. Yeah, two USB 4 ports, I think, in the back there. It's just a good motherboard. It's solid. And you own less than $200 for X870 or Z890 motherboards is just really, really good. Gunter is saying that sadly these are only for US deals. Yes, with an asterisk. If you go with the links or with the QR code, it should take you to your local site. So have a look and see if this shows you the local listing for that exact model, and you might have a pricing on there as well. So let's have a look if this is actually on, if we can do this. Let me just double check. Yep. Okay, so that's that. I'm still in. If I do this, let's see what happens. Nah, not necessarily available. Let's move on. Z890 deal. Z890 is Intel's latest really, well, the top end Intel motherboard, okay? And this is like the top end of Intel motherboards. As you can see from the price, it is very, very expensive. $1,000 motherboard. It is $200 off, which is just good price, okay? And if you compare it, or if you want to pair it up with one of the Intel's CPU deals that was on the earlier live stream, then you can see that the 285K, 265K, they're extremely cheap right now. So if you want to go with the 285K for like 1200, something like that, you get insane motherboard, insane like combination. So if you want to build a PC, this is probably the best one. It gives you 2 USB Thunderbolt 5 ports. Pretty insane. Obviously PCI Gen 5 storage and all sorts of jazz. And you get even the DIMM card. Stickers, woo! But this is like one of the best, if not the best motherboards that's out there that you can buy right now. Another Z890 motherboard, but take a look at the pricing now. Do you remember what all of the B860 or the X870 motherboards from AMD are priced like. This is $160. Pair that with the 265K that I mentioned on the earlier video, and then you're getting a crazy combination of bang for buck. So this one, what do we have here? Front panel USB-C, front panel ports, 1, 2, 3, 4 M.2 slots, probably one of them PCIe Gen 5. PCIe Gen 5 slot on the top there. Let's have a look at the I.O. We've got USB-C 10 gigabits, Thunderbolt port in the top. I don't know if it's Thunderbolt 5 or not. Could be. Is it Thunderbolt 5? Wi-Fi 7. What does it say here? Let's have a look. Come on. Lightning, ultra power, DDR5 up to 9200 megatransfers per second. I mean, it's just, why not? The Thunderbolt 4. Okay, it's Thunderbolt 4 or Thunderbolt 5, because some of the higher end ones give you Thunderbolt 5 as well. But this is still really, really impressive. For that price point, just really, really crazy. Okay, next. This is a random motherboard, but I thought interesting for some of the miners out there. We've got a Bitcoin, I think. I don't know why it's BTC, because I think with this one, Bitcoin, you can't really mine with this. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but, you know, tell me if I'm wrong. But it's a ridiculous motherboard. You need your own kind of case. I don't know where you're going to put it, but for, I think, Ethereum, you should be able to mine with this crazy motherboard. B860M. This is like more affordable Ryzen motherboard. M80X, so smaller. But look at the pricing. It's not a lot cheaper than what we just saw, the Z890 available, which is crazy. Interesting. So I will address a myth about the Ultra. It was never a gaming CPU, and Intel PD product management absolutely was not talking to engineering. OEMs ordered Ultra as 1 HT security and power efficient CPU, making up for Raptor. Interesting. I didn't know that. I don't know, Mike, where you're pulling this info from. Interesting. Cost more in electricity than it will earn for you, Wirehead is saying. Well, unfortunately, that's Ethereum and I think GPU mining right now. Mike is giving some interesting information in the comments there. Have a look at that. So it's, oh sorry, this is not an AMD motherboard. This is an Intel motherboard. Sorry. I'm sorry. So for extra, what was it? Less than $30, you'd get Z890, which is, I think, a little bit of a better option because here you're very limited. Interestingly though, still USB-C 5 gigabits and Thunderbolt 4. But come on, PS2 port for keyboard and mouse. What are we doing here? Z890P, Asus P, I guess P is for Prime. And look at the pricing. Again, less than $200. It's just so affordable right now. The Core Ultra platform is just crazy. The 13th gen, 14th gen, they're just not worth it for what you're getting for this. Full ATX size motherboard, all sorts of bells and whistles, less than $200. It's a good time. It's just a good time. Now, there are some GPU, CPU combo, not GPU, CPU motherboard combo deals available here as well. I don't know why it's called Inland, because I think it's Inland Store, but Inland does some kind of SSDs, if I'm not mistaken. But have a look at some of these options. This is Ryzen 5 and B650, so it's not bad because that CPU is on a deal right now for $160, if you remember from CPU deals, which means that the motherboard is $170. Kind of an okay deal. I feel like sometimes buying them separately, but have a look around. Here are a few deals. This is technically the lowest the price has ever been, but yeah. Now, this is a very different motherboard. I've done a video on this on the channel. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Wirehead, you've probably seen it. Minisforum BD795M. So this is an M-ATX motherboard that already has a CPU built in. And it's a mobile CPU that's built into that one. But you can put any cooling on it. Any small form factor case. It's just an interesting. It's got SODIMM slots though, not UDIMM, which would mean that just smaller form factor. I don't know why, just kind of because it's laptop. Let's just go for it. I think, wait a second. Oh no, I had the ITX version of this motherboard. There's an, see this one here, I think is the ITX versions of this motherboard as well. It's just a weird motherboard. Look at that, SODIMM. 2 M.2 slots, capacities to expand, but interesting. For that price, you get the CPU and motherboard with it. I mean, why not? Duma is saying, should I switch back to AMD CPUs? I need like a middle ground, however. I'm not sure. What do you mean by middle ground? Middle ground of what? I mean, right now, the best bang for buck, if you don't look at upgrade options, gaming options, the Core Ultra series, I think, gives you the best bang for buck, just because of the deals right now, if you've been looking at them. This is another fascinating motherboard. What we have here is the Z890 Asus and AYW. I don't know what the heck that stands for. Gaming. Wi-Fi. W, I guess that's white. But it's less than $200. And the design is pretty cool, like a space design, like Passengers movie kind of design. And you've got, I mean, we had the problem of, I think, AMD Ryzen 7000 and 9000, that just the X870 and X670 motherboards were just so expensive. But just Intel Core Ultra, they're just slashing the prices so much, which is crazy. I don't know why no one, well, there's no rating if anyone's bought this recently, but that's pretty crazy. Gunter is saying 265 KF versus 7600X 3D. What's a better option for creators? There's 65K. Don't go with the F version. That's what I would go for. Yeah, Wirehead's answer is good for Gunther. There we go. Let's take a look at the next one. Another Z890, again, less than $200 from MSI. This is a little bit more black design. Pretty cool design. I'm not sure about the dragons. I mean, you're not going to look a lot inside the PC case, but hey. It is a good option. B850. So this is AMD one, less than $200, but it's not X. I feel like one of the X870 motherboards earlier was a little bit better bang for buck pricing, but this is the black version, a little bit more budget oriented. Cheapest price it's ever been, but not necessarily the best pricing, I would say. Another Strix Z898. Did we already do that? Gaming. This is, to me, feels like very high price, $300, because I think there was a lot of other Z890 motherboards for a little bit of better price point. But it's got, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we checked that. Didn't we check that already? Wait a second. Does that come with a fan for your RAM? I think it does, doesn't it? I don't know why they're showing it. This, can you see that on the? There's a fan in there, but they're not showing it on the video. Anyway, it is the cheapest it's ever been. Is the best one for this one, depending on your use case and what you need. Let's take a look at the I/O as well. Where's the I/O here? Okay. USB 10 gigabits. I don't know why they give you that. Okay, maybe this is charging port there. You've got two ports there, 1 and 2. They must be Thunderbolt 5 and 4. At this price point, I think we gotta be getting Thunderbolt 5. Let's take a look. Where are we? Where are we? Memory. Okay, that was it. So the USB-C there was 30 watt power delivery. It doesn't tell you. I bet it is. USB 4 ports on Z890. What? No, it was Strix, wasn't it? It was Strix A. There we go. What are we? 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. Yeah. Why are they talking about USB 4? I think Thunderbolt 4 is USB 4 compatible, but USB 4 is not Thunderbolt compatible, if that makes sense. So that listing had a little bit of a misconception, because USB 4 really is like AMD, because you shouldn't really get Thunderbolt on AMD, but you know, dual Thunderbolt for USB-C. Yeah, there we go. Not USB 4. Next, this is really cool motherboard. NZXT N9Z890. It's a bit hefty price point, but the design is really, really cool. Very minimalistic. They've added RGB there now as well. It's never had RGB, usually on the NZXT motherboards. And if they still use ASRock, it should be based on ASRock motherboards, like dual Thunderbolt 4, lots of USB Type A, 3 USB-C, 5 gigabit Ethernet. Interesting. I mean, that price point, I would love 10 gigabit Ethernet. Is that too much to ask? So, you know, really cool motherboard, I think. The white one is cheaper than the black one. Digital debug. Oh, is it behind the glass? Or like this kind of see-through thing? Or is it on the side? Where is it? Oh no, Z890. Yeah, I want to see. Where's the debug for this? It doesn't show in there. It doesn't show in there. Digital debug LED. Where the heck is it? It's usually on the top, but... Okay, I gotta find out. There you go, check out the QR code in there if you want to check this out. But I gotta find out where the... Is it there? But what? Okay, yeah, this comes off. Okay, it's great. Show me. Anyone see the digital debug? What does it mean? Oh my goodness me. We need to find out. Anyone know? Okay, let's have a look. GGF. Come on, show us where it is. Come on. Oh yeah, okay. Can you see? It's just underneath that thing there. If you want a proper motherboard review, go check out TechNotice motherboard reviews. Now, another very interesting motherboard right here. This is Z890S, just over $200. But the thing is, this is PZ motherboard. So if you look closely in here, can you see something different? What's wrong? Well, not necessarily wrong, but it's MSI Pro series, but the front is so clean because it's got back connectors. Look how clean this is. I mean, why didn't they expand this as well? This looks weird to me. Just close that cap in there as well. This bit over there, just close that as well. That would be nice. And oh, I'm liking it. So as you can see, CPU, power, and all the USB and fan headers and all sorts of headers, they're all on the back side. Lightning Gen 4, Lightning Gen 5. MSI has been calling it Lightnings ever since whatever. Interesting key. What is it? Motherboard standoffs? I think this is a really cool motherboard. And to get that at less than, like just over $200, I think it's a really cool deal if you want to build something really clean, really minimal. I think MSI's got some of the GPUs that would kind of fit with this as well. But I think this is definitely worth considering if you want to build one of these. Let's have a look at the I/O as well. 2.5 gig, lots of USB. Well, there's no 10 gigabit type A. That's weird. Okay. Thunderbolt, 20 gigabit USB-C. Okay. It's all right. But I think that price point, $250 would be like, yeah, okay, price point. Now $210, that is good pricing. And then finally we have the TRX 50 Aero D here. And it is 9% off. It's not necessarily on the Prime Day deals, but it is the cheapest it's ever been. So if you do want to get a TRX 50 or Threadripper motherboard, this is a good option. What we have here. Not the last ProArt motherboard. Love to see if they are expensive. You do get 3 months off Creative Cloud if you already use that, but they are expensive. At the same time, the Intel platform is just cheaper. I can't believe Intel's the cheaper option here. Look at that. What we're getting, 30 something dollars off the motherboard, plus so much of the CPU. And the CPU overall performance on Intel is better as well. I think for $490, you get the Ultra 9. So less than $1,000, you can get the Z890 and the Core Ultra 9, which is pretty crazy option there. Okay, so these were the motherboard deals. Remember, if you have any CPU or GPU deals that you're looking for, go check out those earlier live streams. You can find them there. If you're looking for the usual content, it's going to continue later on in this week. We're going to have very interesting options out there. This is a crazy PC build that a lot of people are asking for. It's done now. We're editing this at the moment. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoy content like this. And yeah, links in the description below. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to this live stream. And I'll see you very, very soon tomorrow for some more live streams. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll leave you with this.